Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Wednesday, March 5th, 2025. So, did you do the crossword?
I did do the crossword.
And did you find it to be a spooky experience?
Well, I did, and I was surprised.
Yes, I checked the calendar. And as mentioned just a moment ago, it was March 5th.
I know.
And this seemed like a Halloween crossword that just got lost in the mail.
It did. It was quite spooky. But then we sort of had a spooky day today, weather-wise. So
I suppose.
Maybe it was appropriate for Northeast Wisconsin.
I don't know if Rebecca Goldstein and Will Shortz are smart, but I don't think they can time the publication just that finely.
Perhaps not. But anyway, yes, it did have a rather spooky theme, and that involved 4 themed clues and then 2 revealer clues. And I'm going to do the revealer clues first because I've been when you hear the themed clues, you'll see why they're funny. Because it was funny, too.
Yep.
So, but it was 62 and 66 across. Spooky property that might include the themed clues. And the answer to that was haunted mansion.
Yes.
And the themed clues started at the top with 7 down, Marvel superhero portrayed by Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, and that crossed with 20 across, blowout victory, metaphorically, bloodbath, and then we had two things I have never heard of. But 25 down, commercial property left mostly vacant by hybrid work arrangements, and that was a zombie office. And 28 down, which was restaurant offering delivery and pickup only, and that was ghost kitchen. So as you can tell, all of the themed clues had various parts of a residence: blood bath, dead pool, zombie office, and ghost kitchen, but they all had modifiers that were just a little eerie. So that was the theme.
You know, I found that the grid itself sort of lent itself to the theme. It looks like, I don't know, very ominous.
Yeah.
In fact, I wonder if it's actually 15 by 15. Have you counted?
Nope.
That's let's see. 1, 2, 3.
15 across.
Is it 15 across? I bet it's 16 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And now all of our listeners know we can count to 16.
Yep.
Woohoo. Yeah, 15 by 16.
Oh, yep. It's a little tall.
Guess you needed room to get the old zombie office in there. That is a great phrase.
Zombie office. Never heard of that.
And even ghost kitchen.
That too. That was a new one on me. But I don't know of too many restaurants just offering delivery and pickup only. I mean, there were quite a few of them during COVID, but...
Well, that sounds like a pizza place sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Not pizza place,
like
but...
Domino's. Yeah,
right.
Like a Domino's pizza. They don't have a sit-down area.
I would think in larger urban areas, those might be more prevalent.
Yeah, maybe. It's called a ghost kitchen.
Yes.
That's an interesting name there.
And this again was by Rebecca Goldstein, who's won some award, right? She's like Cruciferbalist of the Year, I think.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't recall the exact details, but she was, her day job is research scientist at Merck developing cancer immunotherapies.
Wow.
And so I presume for relaxation, she constructs amazing crosswords.
We're looking at her picture now, and she looks uncannily like my high school science teacher.
She is your high school science teacher. That just increases the eeriness.
She's a real doppelganger for my high school science teacher. Oh, yeah.
Huh.
She looks exactly like her. Oh,
well, that's very curious.
Maybe they're related in some way.
Maybe it's her daughter.
Maybe.
Well, apart from that, and any resemblances to high school science teachers, the rest of the grid was great. I definitely wasn't ready for 9 across. That was sweet braided bread BABKA.
BABKA.
I have never heard of BABKA.
No.
I was hoping it was going to be a debut.
No, we've had that before.
We have BABKA?
Yeah.
Why wasn't I told?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I remember it.
Because the only thing I could think of was challah, but that definitely was not going to fit in 5 squares.
No, this is more like a babka, more like a coffee cake.
Oh, okay.
Not, challah is more just like a regular bread, but made with eggs.
Mm-hmm. We had, this one wasn't too hard, home of many champion marathoners, Kenya.
Right.
When I think marathoners, I immediately think of Kenya.
Oh,
So
me too. Me too.
26 across was Latin for wolf, lupus.
That's right.
That wasn't too difficult.
No. Mm-mm.
The one beneath it, I was having trouble in getting the happy music, and so I was suspecting everything. And 32 across was in my sights. Biblical patriarch who begat Methuselah was Enoch.
Enoch, yes.
And I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
But the confidence with which you agreed suggests you did know that.
I did know that,
Okay.
yes. Mm-hmm.
How about 35 across? Verbal facepalm, D-O-H.
I did know that too.
We had that, and we had, I believe, another reference to The Simpsons in 2 down. Recipient of Bart Simpson's crank calls, Mo.
Mo.
You know, we just finished saying yesterday that you really need to know your Simpsons, and here's an example the very next day.
That's right.
Well, actually, there was an example that day, and there's an example here.
Uh-huh.
So just everywhere you go. I'm surprised SNL didn't show up in the grid.
Well, yeah.
Actually, one that did show up, 16 across, ingredient in a Whopper. And as a vegetarian, I'm not really that well acquainted with Whopper ingredients. It was an onion.
That is correct.
But that also showed up in today's categories.
Oh, you're right. It did.
So I thought that was an interesting sort of cross-pollination there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they got dozens of words here. They're going to have dozens of words in, well, let's see, how many are they going to have? 16 words, I guess,
Every day.
in categories. So the chances of an overlap do exist.
Mm-hmm. I like the clue for 42 across. Woman's name that becomes another woman's name when an M is added to the front. Elissa.
Alyssa. So that's where I had serious.
Melissa.
This is where I had serious problems with the crossword. 24 down was 1919 event that confirmed the general theory of relativity, and I had been experimenting with 23 across Chichen Blanc, the Mayan archaeological site, as I thought it was going to be like Isla, I-S-L-A, and then I had S, so I thought, oh, it's a solar eclipse, and I stuck with solar eclipse.
Oh.
Instead of solar eclipse.
Total eclipse.
Instead of total eclipse, thank you. And so 34 across, the device for taking notes was alm in my crossword. And so I thought, well, alms for the poor, and somehow notes are being exchanged. And then Irissa sounded pretty good, and I decided Marissa might be a nice name.
Uh-huh.
So I was having distinct difficulties over there.
Uh-huh.
But 34 across works much better device for taking notes as ATM.
That is correct.
And as you say, Alyssa sounds like a good enough name.
Mm-hmm.
I think, though, I'm sort of hoping that Marissa is going to start to, people are going to start calling their kids Marissa.
Well, that is a woman's name.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Marissa.
Well, how about Irissa?
I've had a few Marissas or two in my teaching career.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What else did we have that was interesting here? 8 down was fermented sweetened tea drink. And
Kombucha.
I could remember something called kimchi, which I believe is some sort of fermented
slaw. It's like a
fermented coleslaw.
Mm-hmm.
And so this turned out to be kombucha.
Yes.
Wait, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
Kombucha?
Yeah.
But I kept wanting it to end with an I, but on the other hand, 39 across, Yusuf Blank, adopted name of singer Cat Stevens was Yusuf Islam.
That's right.
And I knew that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I had kombucha and kombucha.
Mm-hmm.
And just wasn't sure where to go with that, but
Yep.
that's the way it goes. 10 down, you said it, was and how.
And how. That's right.
I could just hear the enthusiasm. And how.
Mm-hmm. That's like 48 down. You don't have to explain your joke to us. We get it.
Yes, that was good. 53 across was a little cute elfin.
That's right.
I thought that was sort of nice. And the clue for 53 down, scary sight for a red-bellied marsh mouse, egret.
Yeah.
That was terrific. That really was a novel. Taking the approach of the prey. We had 61 across the research campus in upstate New York, RPI.
Yep.
Okay, points if you can figure out what RPI stands for.
It's Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute.
Nice. Yeah, I can never pronounce the first word. I think
I don't know that I pronounced it correctly, but I do know it.
If I went there, I just have to say I go to RPI. We had 67 across. Country music's blank young band, Eli.
Eli Young Band. I did not know that.
Yeah, I put that in the same category as GNR, Guns N' Roses, but I don't think it's ELI. So
No.
there was ELO. It'd be neat if they had ELI and ELO in the grid. And we haven't seen ELO in a while.
No, we haven't.
It's-
or REO Speedwagon. you know.
Wait, we had 59 down. Speedwagon and Flying Cloud of old Autodom,
Yeah,
REOs. We have it today.
We have it today.
In the
but
plural.
As a car, not as a rock band.
Oh, but the rock band was named after the car,
It
right?
was named after the car.
Or maybe the car was named after the rock band.
REO Speedwagon. No, I think the car came first.
That would have required
a
some sort of a
time before.
some sort of a time machine. For 47 down, off-leash areas. So I knew it was plural, but I had, starting with dog, and I thought it's got to be dog park. But it was dog runs,
Dog Run.
which I was unfamiliar with.
Me too. I think it's probably the same thing as a dog park, because isn't that what a dog park is? A place where dogs can run around.
I just assumed they had swings for the dogs and little dog picnic tables they could go to. So I would think that would be a bit different. We had 44 across, Missouri tributary, the Platte.
The Platte. I know the Platte.
Yes, just north of Kansas City, right?
Yep.
So I was glad.
They're Platte City.
Platte City, yes.
Platte City on the Platte.
Funny how that works. 36 across, message meaning I can't be reached right now. OOO, out of office.
Out of office. Yep.
I still think it should be UTO, out of the office. But
Uto.
there's something about ooh,
Too.
Utu. Yes. I'm sorry I can't answer, I'm Utu. But I guess there's something to be said for I can't answer, I'm ooh. Sounds like you just stubbed your toe in the middle of the conversation.
Did you get one across right away? It was Spanish.
Yes. I got one across. Adios, amigo.
Adios blank.
Yes,
What else could
correct,
it be?
right. Exactly.
Amigo.
Yep. And then one down, blank, and it shall be given you. Matthew 7:7 was ask.
That is correct.
At one point I was considering, because 14 across, source of a pulse, wasn't sure if it was going to be radar or sonar. I had ark, and it shall be given you.
No.
And that didn't make a lot of sense.
Ask.
56 down, world's most populous country as of 2003, India.
India.
Go India.
I just never think of that. I always want to think it's China.
Really?
It's always India.
Yeah, India wins. So, excellent crossword.
It was. It was a fun one to solve,
Yes,
even if it was a little spooky.
a little spooky. And it was, again, by Rebecca Goldstein. All right. Well, that is it for today then. So, thanks, everyone, for listening.
Yes.
Thanks for helping make this be one of the most popular podcasts about the New York Times crossword to come out of Northeast Wisconsin. And we'll be back again with our in-depth, cutting-edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.